Welcome to The Average Rook. We are playing Manairons, a 3D fantasy action platformer inspired by folklore of the region of Catalonia, developed by 3Cats and published by JanduSoft. In this game, you play as Nye, one of the tiny creatures that you see on the main screen there, who awoke to their village taken over and industrialized by the landowner, and you have to save your fellows from servitude and the village from its industrialization. This is the second time I've tried to record this game. The last time I had the audio set to the Razer headphones, which meant the Nvidia share had no audio to record. So as to prevent similar catastrophic issues from happening again, breaking out the old and worn through analog headphones. But let's ignore that and just get on with the game. Let's ignore that one up there and just start a new game from here. We'll select, we'll select you. We selected the guy last time. We'll select the other one.
Make yourselves comfortable and enjoy the story I'm about to tell you.
Sure.
A tale of contrasts between tradition and progress, between evolution and decadence.
Okay.
One day, a landowner named Manairons arrived in the humble village of Villamon. Brimming with money and ambition, he invested in the town commerce to achieve more power.
I kind of would like...
Secretly, he put all his efforts into finding a magical artifact hidden in these lands.
Which looks like a cross between a pen...
the Canute, the source of power he so longed for.
Looks like a cross between a pen and
Upon using
cigar.
It, a wild maelstrom erupted, made up of dozens of little creatures, the Manairons.
Give us tasks to do, right now! If you don't, we'll destroy everything!
So they were looking for tasks,
set
too.
to work immediately. The village changed overnight, in an endless spiral of production. Under the influence of the magnificent spell, Villamon had become something else. Although the villagers initially accepted the changes, their attitude soon changed.
Yes.
Artisan shops were filled with bizarre changes. Their owners, powerless, watched as control was wrested from them. The village's spirit of craftsmanship was overcome by gloom. Manairons was now unstoppable, bringing with him that twisted and cold idea of progress.
Yeah, why can't we...
The Manairons kept working tirelessly. Could Villamon's destiny possibly be changed? It could be. Do you want to continue listening?
I don't know. Are the subtitles going to be matching the audio anytime soon? Oh.
So you want me to keep telling the story?
Well, we don't really have much of a choice.
Let me introduce you to Nye. Unique among the Manairons.
And that's us.
Wake up, Nye. Wake up!
Okay, that was a little bit, that was not quite well timed.
That's it. Take your flute. Time to get moving. Good morning, Nye. Did I scare you? I can't just talk to you in dreams. In fact, I don't think you'll have much time to take a nap from now on.
No, got too much work to do.
What's going on, you ask? I've connected our magical essence.
Oh, have you?
This way, I'll be able to talk to you from a distance and help you get out of here.
Okay.
You're very lucky.
How are we lucky? Also, why is the text different?
Was I too... Perhaps, but I know you harbor doubts within you, and I have come to warn you.
Okay, why did they not say gushy? Like, why are you afraid of putting that in there? Are you just trying to censor yourself, game?
Have you ever wondered why that poor fool has so much power?
Well, because of an artifact, apparently.
It's not fair. Why can he command you without rhyme or reason?
Well, he's not commanding us, are we? We're kind of independent right now.
You're special, Nye. But no matter how much you voice your doubts, others will not listen to you. I'll help you wake them up.
Okay.
Come see me at the Plaza de Villamon. If we cooperate, you won't have to work anymore. Doesn't that sound good?
That sounds fantastic.
Are you up for it then? Wonderful. Well, let me remind you of all the things you can do.
And now we're about to go through the tutorial, which I've already gone through in the first recording.
No more slacking off.
We're not slacking off. And basically that save icon means that the dialogue is about to end and we can actually get into the play style, the playthrough of this game. Okay, we can do a bunch of things, and all of it is revolved around the flute that we have in our possession. So if we go over here, we can use our flute to use telekinesis and move some objects around. I guess we can probably put you there. Unfortunately, that is kind of like in our way, so we're gonna have to move you over there. Also, an interesting thing here with the music right now, the music is normal, but anytime you operate the flute is added to the music, which I love that as a nice touch. That's one of my favorite things in certain video games. It was certainly my favorite thing about Jak 2, as well as any other games that have contextual music. Use the flute by pressing circle to interact with the highlighted elements. Use telekinesis basically to move it. Press X to jump, that's how you get to the top. I think double jumping is probably going to get us up there a lot better. And these buttons are just one of the many things that we're able to collect in this game. Just gotta use our flute again and bring this... I don't exactly know what this is. This is either cheese or a stick of butter. Alright, we can't move that. We just have to progress. We don't have access to our attacks yet, but eventually we will. Alright, there are places you can't just jump to. Press X again, yeah. Final concert treasure to your collection. Everyone to his own taste. Alright, I'm gonna try and effectively blitz through. Hold down to bend down and be able to move through these kinds of nooks and crannies. I'm gonna try and blitz through as much of this tutorial as possible because I've already done this before. And I don't want to waste you guys' time with just like 35 to 45 minutes of tutorial. Although, that may end up being the case. Also, we got a record there. We'll be able to listen to that soon, once we get access to a gramophone. Now use our flute to operate the switches, or the levers rather. Just gotta use it multiple times. And each one is basically color-coded to certain platforms. There we go. Okay, and then we just climb up this. Climbing up the rope is a little bit janky in this game. Okay, but we want to go down here again, and then this way. And then climb up some more ropes. It is so janky to get up these things. Oh, and then we just gotta jump up. There we go. And if we want to just drop down, we just press the circle. Now, just do some platform hopping. Or miss the platform completely. There we go. Then up here. Whoa, we're going a little bit too fast for some reason. And then over to here. Before we go any further, there's kind of like a little pet peeve that I have about this game after playing it, well, this is the second time playing it, but after playing it the first time, there's one thing I don't like about this game, and it's the fact that when you have the controller set in, when you move the stick around, it doesn't move this. What it moves is the mouse, which it really shouldn't be doing that. It should be automatically moving to like because when I press the up-down buttons, it doesn't rotate between, it doesn't move between the settings. It doesn't highlight them at all. We have to move our left stick as the mouse itself in order to pick these options, which is a little bit annoying. That shouldn't be a thing in these games. Okay, we gotta avoid the mouse traps here. And then we just gotta go down here. Now, there was a button over there, but we can't get to it yet. We just have to avoid the mouse traps. There are more mouse traps. Even more mouse traps. And then we get taken to a small cutscene that shows us all of these platforms that are color-coded. And there are all of these switches. That brings that one down. We just have to do the same to the rest. Let's use this. So that brings that over there, and it's not moving, thank goodness. And then if we use this, that brings that forward. Okay. It was a little bit confusing before. Okay, get off. Yep. And then jump up here. And across here, and then I'm just gonna have to wait for the blue ones. And then across. And then across. And then across. And then we just walk across these planks. And now let's just go south a little bit, because I think there's a collectible. And indeed there is, another button. And then we just crouch down with the R2. And then crawl through the passageway. Eventually we'll get to the outside, and we'll get to a save point. Hoops are comfortable places. I don't mind you resting and saving the game when you sit on them. Thank you for not minding about such. But we have to use our flute in order to get onto those cushions. So on there, we rest. We don't have access to, well, we will have access to certain functions of the rest area later on. But one other thing that this rest area does is something that is a bit of a pet peeve for me in indie RPG adventure games. That they decide to make it a Souls-like, so every time you rest at one of those things, it resets the enemies, which annoys the hell out of me, because I've played way too much. I feel like, I want to say that Bygone Dreams had that, but I'm not quite sure. But I know Deathbound had that, and I don't like the fact that I want to give myself health back, but every time I do go to those rest areas, do so. I mean, I'm guessing it's supposed to add a bit more skill and a bit more danger. Like, you have to think, like, is it worth, like, resetting your health in order to get the enemies back, or is it not? I guess, but it's still annoying to have that in a game, because I don't want that in a game. I don't want to have to earn my fun. Figured I would have been deserved of my fun when I grabbed the game. Okay, so this is basically telling us how to attack. So basically just whack with the flute. And then we just grab this little power point. And then we pull this. Now, before we do go through there is a little bit of the... Okay, well now I have to wait for that platform. There's a little bit of the wire going upwards, so before we go through there, we want to go across here. And once we go across, we can try and grab that button, and we did. I wonder if we can actually deactivate this. We can deactivate it, but unfortunately that also deactivates the door. That's going to make resyncing very annoying. Your little siblings can hit you back. Press R1 to block the hits. Be careful, if you get hit more than once, you will be exposed until you can defend yourself again. Adding skill to the blocking, I see. I wonder if they put in a... I don't remember if they put in a parry section to this. Alright, but let's grab this. And obviously we need to go backwards and grab the other power adapter. At least the door stays open. And then we drag it over to here. Then we pull this. And then I'm thinking we might have to take this again. So we're just going to pull these out and rest them here. Because I think once we go in the next area, in the area you can hit 2, press square to throw a single hit, or press repeatedly square to chain up 3 consecutive hits before hitting the ground. So we can do that. So it at least keeps us in the air, which I do like. And then we have another power adapter that we can use, and we just have to choose which ones. We can't put it into there because the power is going to go to nowhere, and the same thing can be said for this. So we got to put one here. And then we just got to go back through the door, grab this one. Put it into the second one. And then the third one goes into here. And that allows us to pull the lever, and the door opens. Let us go through the door. Any other enemies? Yep. When you're far from your target, surprise them by sending a sound wave by pressing triangle. Okay. So we get a ranged attack with our flutes. Alright, cool. So that is a 25-gram weight. That goes onto one of these. And then we just have to step on the other one. Ideally, we should be able to just, yeah, that'll stay shut. When you rest, you recover the mushrooms that you've eaten as if by magic, but you must know that the Manairons you have downed will recover too, and they'll be back to their tasks. Yeah, that's the Souls-like aspect of this. I don't know if there are any others, like blocking at the right time, or else we get exposed. Actually, no, that is in this. I don't like Souls games in my RPG adventure indies. Now, we'll want to go to the right, I believe, but before we do that, let's just check out the left. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what we want. Grab that as soon as we grab the button. Now just, drag that through. Though I gotta say, while I don't like the, a good chunk of the gameplay, I do love the contextual music. I do love that. They got a good handle on the music, I gotta say. Okay, let's grab you. You want to be careful of these spikes here. That is also part of the environment that will hurt you, much like these mouse traps. Also, I think there is a Manairons. I think there's a Manairons above us. Yes, there is a Manairons above us. I just saw it right then. We should be able to go. Yeah, we can just go over them, and then we climb the little rope up. All right, so he has a shield. Okay, so we just have to let him charge, and then we can hit him in the back. Just gotta let you charge. And then we can hit him in the back. And then that dizzies him, and then he's out of the picture. And then we just have to put this into here. And then pull the lever. And that should activate one of the platforms. Take the platform up, or completely miss it. And now we take the platform up. Gotta watch out for these ink blobs. They'll slow us down, and they'll also hurt if they land on us. Just avoid that. And then we have to carefully... We jump across here. We go across, then we jump onto the rope again, and then jump, and then climb up. And then we jump across, and then over to here. And then we just pull this. And then in case we fall down, we have another platform to take us back up. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna avoid that. And then jump across here. Jump up to this. And then crawl very slowly to the other... Okay, never mind. It's not a tunnel. Alright, careful. Nice, very nice. And we got ourselves another record. See that gramophone over there? Why don't you try listening to a song? Pick up that vinyl and settle into your beloved poof. Let the music play, maestro. Yes, so we got about, I think, only 2 records that we can use. So there's this one, which is the main theme. This one I don't know if we've encountered yet, unless, of course, it is this. But we can only listen to it while we're there. And once we exit, it just goes away. Continuing on to the right, as long as I don't miss the platform. There we go. Then over onto the shelf. Avoiding the spikes, and we'll have to get to the Manairons soon. Avoiding the mouse traps. Dropping down. Avoiding the mouse traps again. Knocking out this Manairon. That stuns them a little bit, which is nice. Now, anything across from us? There must be something. Yes, there is. There is a button right there. No, nothing to drop us down into the lower level. So we just go down here. Knock out the 2 Manairons that are here. Now, because they have the aura around them, once we defeat them, they will give us an item. We drag that with us. And listen to the nice flute playing. I'll drop you down here so I can get rid of this Manairon. And then I'll take this with me. Avoiding the spikes and avoiding the drips of ink. And I'll drop you down there again. And then I'll knock you out. And then this'll... Yes, so we want to hit certain points of the power so that we can activate the platforms. This won't work, this won't work, this will. Oh wait, it looks like we need to actually hit all 3 power points properly. I think this one is okay. But I'm gonna move you to here, maybe. Okay, that's better. And then we move you over to here. And then now we're able to pull the lever. So move over to it, use the circle to pull the lever. And then the platforms will be solved for us. And we just gotta wait for it to come back. Come down for me, yep. Or I come down, okay, alright, I just managed to get onto that. At least a good thing is that for certain, well, for most of the platforming. Okay, on that one it wasn't, but on certain bits of platforming, you're able to go to the sides without falling down. Alright, just give our health a little bit of a go. I suppose the Souls-like fireplace saving doesn't matter too much if we're not going backwards. Because a lot of this game appears to be quite linear. I mean, you can go backwards if you wanted, but there's nothing really worth going back to for some of these areas. So that kind of makes the replenishing of the enemies when saving, well, when replenishing your health and also replenishing the enemies by going on those save points, it kind of defeats its own purpose, but in a way that also makes me happy because it means that I don't have to deal with the enemies again because I don't have to go backwards. So there is a very jolly-looking fellow outside who looks kind of big. And if I know anything from the last time that I played this, he's a bit of a talker. If you can just...
Who's talking to me? One of those gnomes?
Well, we didn't actually talk to you, we just played the flute near you.
I can't believe it. You've been ignoring me for so long, and now you can talk.
We've been ignoring you?
What do you mean? You don't care what anyone else does? Don't tell me you're a rebel.
I don't know what your priorities are, sir, but it doesn't matter if we... Actually, I don't even know what you want.
I'm Beramas, the owner of the farmhouse. I made a deal with that impertinent Urens.
And what was the deal?
But as you can see, it's gotten out of hand. Your friends do whatever they want in my hen house.
I mean, they're not doing too much, and it's only just the few of them that we've seen, so we don't see that it's actually gotten out of hand.
You say you need to go to Plaza de Bilabon? Funny. Your kind usually don't listen to other people's requests.
Uh-huh.
Unless they come from that petty landowner. Of course, I made the terrible mistake of allowing myself to be taken in by him at the time. No amount of money is worth this nightmare.
Aha.
We're on the same team, you say? Don't you want to work like everyone else? Unbelievable. Are you serious? So you need my help.
The dialogue is feeling a little bit nonsensical to me. I don't exactly know what's going on, even though this is the second time I've played it.
The square is a bit far from here. I'll drop by once I have a good load of eggs ready.
Speaking of eggs...
That's the only thing that matters to Urens. He doesn't say a word about the health and peace of mind of my hens. Anyway, that's another matter. The point is that these trips usually take up a good part of my morning.
Okay, can I skip this at all?
You want to go there because...
No, I can't.
Do I know anything about a woman with yellow eyes?
Okay, let's just
Let's
skip through this. He talks way too much.
Look, are you...
Okay, but he does give us a bit of a tune that we can use. And we just have to replicate this. Square, square, X, right, right, up. Learn the melody Kaminem Luni.
That's it.
Okay,
Alas.
skip through
The
this.
sun has risen. You'll have...
God, he talks way too much to give us all of the story and the mission that we gotta do. But now that we've got a melody, much like Zelda Ocarina of Time, and I think Majora's Mask as well, and I think Wind Waker as well, we're able to use these abilities. So if we press L2, and we play the melody, square, square, X, right, right, up. So that'll give us a thing that we can connect to. And we can jump across with our flute. Nice. Let me just drop down here. I don't know if there's anything extra. No, okay, there is one button. One button that we can collect. Unfortunately, with our recording time, I don't think we'll actually get to fixing his egg problem in this episode. Not in this first impressions anyway. Especially not if we have to crawl very, very slowly. Ah, I see you've already learned a melody. They're powerful, aren't they? Feel free to use them when convenient. Some melodies can do more than just chime. Some can order or control. Now it's time to use your little head and manage without me. Well, thank you very much for that vote of confidence. I'm going to get a little rest. I don't think I can teach you anything else at the moment. I'll wait for you at the square. Thank you. Now go get that rest and please stop talking to us. You can press tab at any time to view your progress. Awesome. Now, there's one button there, but the last time that I tried to get that button, you're supposed to be able to use the abilities. But I did this before, and it didn't work. Well, that missed. Let's try it. Oh, come on. See, every time that I do it on that side, it doesn't work. But I think the last time that I did it on the other side, it didn't work either. So let's try that again. Move over to here. Press, No, it's only gonna show up here. In this area here. Wait, is that not even... Okay, so it looks like we only have like a limited amount of time to do that. Once we've activated the ability. And then once the music goes away, it doesn't work anymore. So we have to actually reactivate it. Now, once it shows up. Okay, now it works. For some reason, we can't do it the opposite direction, which, I don't know. It seems kind of weird that we're not able to do it in the opposite direction. But if we're quick, we might be able to get over there. There we go. Now I just gotta... Alright, I don't exactly have to jump up for him for some reason. Okay. I don't remember how I used that mushroom. Do I have to use... I think it's one of the, What's this? Oh, wait, that's the shielding. Oh, I pressed the up button in order to use the mushroom. I almost forgot. When you're in a rest area, you can play the flute by pressing L2 to unleash your creativity. Press L2 again to finish playing. You can play the notes with that amazing instant... So I guess if we're in the rest area, then we can play that without any issues. Alright, so this is basically where I stopped in the first time that I was recording this. I didn't have much time when I was recording that. In this time, we have about maybe 10 or 12 minutes before I need to stop recording. So we're going to try and get as far as we can in here. And hopefully everything works out. I unfortunately can't pull the lever from there. There we go. I don't know... Well, I'm just gonna have to wait for it to come back, I suppose. At least it doesn't take too long. Then all the way down. I don't think we're gonna be able to solve the guy's egg problem in this episode. God, that thing is so loud. No. Hold on. Square, square, X, this, and up. Okay, for some reason, that didn't quite work the way I thought it was going to. Alright, now we're across. Okay, good. It can be a bit of a necessity of skill. Something that, obviously, I don't have. If you could see right there, of course I don't have any skill. Now across here. I think something was echoing through like a... Okay, something sounds like it's echoing through like a supermarket speaker. So that's another bit of contextual music integration that I kind of like. Let's get rid of you, because you are a problem. And I want to get at whatever's going like a supermarket speaker. Okay, it's one whole giant production plant. With some eggs, some of them cracked, and they've got some little chicks as well. That seems a bit problematic. Okay, climb over this. Oh god, these guys are very... They're tanking the hits quite well. Come on, just get rid of it. Come on. I don't want to have to use my mushroom. Okay, now you're dealt with. Then up here. And then we've got another rest area. Moving to the next area. Let's see, we've got a lot of chickens. Oh god, we're gonna have to press some buttons and avoid the chickens, aren't we? I'm pretty sure that's exactly what we need to do. So we've got 1 power point here. Hold on, what is... Okay, we have to grab that little power adapter. I'm just gonna wait. Grab this, hold on. Okay, looks like we missed that. I thought it was gonna get there in time. So we've got a green one, we've got a red one. And what's at the end of this, a blue one? There is nothing. What the... Oh, wait, hang on, hang on. There's gonna be something inside that, that little chicken coop. Hold on. Don't press your luck. Let me see. Alright, there is. Now, just gonna wait for it to... Good thing the area of effect isn't janky. Wait. Okay, for some reason when we're playing the flute in this section, all of the percussion is gone. Alright, pull this. And then we're gonna need some power points. Oh. Wait, hang on. What's even up here? Oh, that's what we're gonna grab. Okay. Gotta grab this. And then we just put this into here. And then we have no further need of the power adapter being there. And we put it into this slot. And then we get the green, and we put it into this slot. And then we get the red, and we put it into this slot. There we go. And then we just pull them. Oh, wait, do we have to do them in a certain order? Okay, where the hell do we get the order for these things? Is it gonna be somewhere behind us? There's nothing at the top there that suggests there would be an order. There was nothing at the back here, was there? Wait, there is something behind here. I think it's, okay, I think that was another album. But I didn't see any, like, color code. So, I'm assuming, and so it's all going to come down to trial and error for this, because I don't see any color code telling me which ones I have to pull in the right order. Well, whatever this trial and error it contains, we're gonna have to do it in as quick a time as possible. So that works. That works. Let's go for the red. I'm feeling lucky. I am very lucky. Either that or I know how this game thinks. I don't think I know how this game thinks. Okay, we won't be able to spend too much time. We've got about maybe 3 or 4 minutes, so the next save point that we come to, that's gonna have to be our stopping point. Unfortunately, it's probably gonna take a bit of a long time just to get there because there's so much in this room. Okay, last one. Okay, give me a charge, and then attack you here, and then you're dead, and then you give me a charge point. Oh boy. I feel like it's gonna take a bit of a long time just to figure out how to, like, solve this. Like, what would this even do? Oh, that's what that does. Right, okay. So what happens if we do this? Okay, so that pulls that open. So where would we need to put this then? Oh, we gotta put it into there. I'm guessing that activates a, an elevator of some kind? Let's see. That takes it to there, and then it takes it to me, okay. Let me just take a look at, like, what's up top here before I do anything else. Yeah, that's gonna take a bit of a while. Actually, I don't exactly have the time to do that puzzle, unfortunately, so I will probably have to stop it here in the middle of all of this chaos with the clucking hens and the I don't know if there are any roosters, but also the Manairons. All right, that was our first impressions of Manairons. It is, well, I gotta say, it is a very interesting looking game, especially in terms of the graphics, because it kind of reminds me of Psychonauts a bit in a way. There was another game that it reminded me of, but I can't quite remember off the top of my head. In terms of the combat, however, it's a little bit, I want to say it's a little bit lackluster. In regards to like the other games that I've played with the combat, this one just feels a little bit bland, to be perfectly honest. There are Souls-like elements of it that I just don't like, but it doesn't seem to impact it too much, especially since we're not going too backwards. I don't like it when I have to go to rest areas and recharge my health, but that also recharges all of the enemies. I mean, I've seen that in, I don't know if I've seen that in Bygone Dreams, but I've certainly seen that in, I think it was Deathbound, and then there is obviously Expedition 33, which there is a use to that, so like you can grind that for experience and stuff like that, but this doesn't have much of an interest in going back to gunning for the enemies. Like, it doesn't give me experience points or anything. I haven't gotten to like the bulk of the rest of the game yet, and unfortunately I don't have any time to do so, but I don't know, if you like this particular style of game, then maybe consider buying this game on Steam, which is available now. It's been available for quite a while. So if you want to check this out, I will put a link in the description for the Steam page for you to check it out yourself. So, thank you so much for stumbling onto one of the most average gaming channels out there. Like and subscribe for more, check the corresponding playlist, any of the recommended, or any of the links below. I'm the Average Rook, and I shall see you in the next episode. Until then, take it easy, and have a good rest of the day.